Well, hello, my beautiful Aries. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career and money reading for mid-April right through to mid-May 2025. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings, and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Aries, this is your career and money reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. So let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know regarding their career and money situation? Can you please highlight the way? What do they need to be aware of? Please show them what they need to see for the future. Well, in the water, I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading, and I'm actually seeing a mural. It looks like a very artistic mural, wall mural, you know, something in the vein of Basquiat, perhaps. I'm not seeing any colorful images there, but, you know, because his work was so incredible, full of color, blues, yellows, reds, oranges, so amazing. But I'm just seeing it in black and white, and there's major light bulbs all over the place, graphs, pens, laptops. I'm just seeing like lots of images on a wall right now. So perhaps this is you creating some sort of strategy or brainstorming, lots of ideas there. Maybe some of you work in a very artistic field and you are trying to get organized about something, maybe even a vision board. Maybe that's what I'm seeing right now. Looks like a wall mural, but it could be that I'm zoomed in on it. Yeah, I'm not really sure what else to say with that. I'll leave that there, but it could be something that you're planning at this stage or something that you are strategizing or getting organized on. So please take it as it resonates. I definitely see here a lot of you are working on something continuously towards a very successful conclusion there. But I will get all of your cards first before I connect to the major energy there. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? So we have the Tower. Now, my beautiful Aries, the Tower is connected to your energy, and this can indicate that some of you are building something really special after a period of challenge. A lot of you, you know, you have staying power. You're someone who is diligent. I feel like you are a pillar of strength. You tend to stand out in the working environment. Okay, and I feel a lot of you, this could be like higher frequencies entering to the mix over the next coming weeks and months for some sort of radical change. Now, a lot of you could have had some sort of shock in your industry. I will tap into that in a moment, but we have the Hierophant there, so it indicates some sort of new contract coming on in, or perhaps some sort of merge. Maybe your industry is changing in a way where you're learning to adapt at this time. You have a lot of knowledge, is what I see, and you can take that knowledge with you. So a lot of you with that Tower and that suitcase, which I will show you in a moment, but all this energy is hitting me like all of a sudden. So I feel like I'm really picking up on your energy, like you're raring to go on something. A lot of you have been exhausted on something for a long time, but it can be that perhaps, you know, you're thinking about working on the go, being more nomadic in your industry. Perhaps you are moving forward, or there's a bit of a change of scene in your industry in some way, and I feel like you're taking all that knowledge with you, migrating skill sets. I definitely see new contracts here as well. For some of you there, we got the High Priestess. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. A lot of you are taking your skill set elsewhere where you know you will be valued more and bring in more money there too. So let's finalize what's going on in your reading. I mean, look at that. You've got the mother lode card here, which literally is about hitting a jackpot or accomplishing something that is pretty much, you shining your light and being someone who really stands out in your industry, gaining recognition. And of course, we have that Nine of Cups, which is a wish fulfillment or a dream opportunity. A lot of you, it could be connected to new money or some sort of money news that comes in that you will celebrate. So let's get to the cards now. Of course, with the baggage there, some of you, if you've come to this reading and you have been made redundant or you left a position that perhaps you felt was not helping you move forward, or you felt it was very toxic, I definitely see here that you're in the right position to get some sort of new opportunity or money-making kind of endeavor here that will set you up for life, is what I'm seeing. So, if you're becoming your own boss or an entrepreneur as well, I definitely see an increase in finances there. But I see for some of you, if you've left a position, because this card can be an indication that as it is a starting position, the protagonist energy can be that some of you have come to this reading already having moved on to a new position, or you're searching for one, okay? So please take it as it resonates. Now, if you are looking for a new role with that Page of Pentacles, I see two roles coming on in here. One is very high status, because we got a King of Cups there, leadership energy. I definitely see here that you'll be a great boss. So it could be a managerial role or a position with a lot of authority. Also, you have to be like really fair and compassionate in this role and really respectful and commanding. And I feel like you've got all that skill set. But also, I feel with this Page of Pentacles, some of you, there could be some sort of new opportunity in a different direction or in a new arena, which you're curious about. I feel like you're naturally gifted at it and you would learn on the go. You can actually migrate those skills, but I feel it could be the start of some new money. So I feel some of you may even be thinking of second streams of income at this time, whether you're actually out of work or currently in a role. I see a lot of you looking at how you can do something that you love, but also make money on the side. So it could be parallel streams of income or even just you increasing your finances. So if you're currently looking for a job, I see two options coming on in. I feel intuitively you're going to pick the right one. But a lot of you with that Page of Pentacles, I feel there's something about this one that just feels a little bit more exciting. It feels like there is some sort of application energy. You may have to apply for a permit for some of you, or apply for a visa, or some of you may have to apply for something. I mean, I definitely see if you're going through an interviewing process that you're going to hit the jackpot when it comes to a dream job opportunity. But there will be choices that you'll have to face. And of course, you're making the right one. Okay, so I just want you to be aware of that. And with a lot of love and respect, I'm going to move away from that energy. The baggage card can indicate a lot of you have a wealth of knowledge, okay? And it says here, held together. So some of you could literally be holding it all together. I mean, I do sense that a lot of you are feeling depleted in your energy. Five of Pentacles can indicate that there's been some shortages or lack of opportunity, or it can indicate that you've been working super hard and you're just drained. You feel like you're at capacity right now. It says here, heavy burden, responsibility, necessities, you're prepared to go. Okay, so it's like next long journey. So I do feel that some of you, not all of you, but some of you may be literally teetering on the edge of giving in your notice on something. But actually, I feel you actually are going to get an opportunity before you leave. Some of you may have already decided to give in your resignation and you're about to start something new, and it really is going to be a very prosperous role indeed. So congratulations there. But with the baggage energy, I do see that you're under a lot of pressure. I feel it's a lot of hard work right now. I feel like you're not afraid of that hard work. With that Nine of Swords, though, I do see a lot of pressure, a lot of anxiety. It could be that things are building up right now in this kind of work environment. Even if you work for yourself, whether you work for a company, whether you're a freelancer, I just feel like the goalposts are moving and there's more to do. It just feels like there's a lot on your plate right now and you're feeling completely exhausted, but disciplined is what I'm seeing there. Because if you look at the suitcases there, this can indicate that you're compartmentalizing roles, responsibilities. I do feel like you have a lot of duties on your plate right now. You've got things to do, and I feel like you're ticking them off your list, but you feel it's a long process. So right now, I feel like you're engaged in something where you're sustaining and maintaining your position, but I feel some of you, you're kind of like thinking about the next stage. You know, the Tower can indicate a lot of pressure and it's building up. You know, perhaps you feel like there's a lack of support, or you're self-made and it just feels like a lot. There's always more to do. And just when you feel like you got something done, you're on to the next, and it feels like it's never ending. So this could be the energy that you feel drained by at this moment in time. But I do see some changes here. I see good fortune. I see an opportunity to transform, and you being aligned with something that you've been applying for a long time. And for some of you, it doesn't have to be that you're applying for it. It could be that you're applying yourself and your energy and focus towards accomplishing. But the Tower can indicate you want restructure. So I definitely see here that you may be revamping something. I mean, if you're an entrepreneur, it could be that you're rebranding for some of you, or it could be that you are changing your style. For some of you, it could be that you're changing an approach. But, you know, it could also indicate that some of you have had some shocks going on in your industry and you are recalibrating, rebuilding in some way. I definitely see here that it is, you know, onto better things. I feel, you know, there is some sort of strategy where you're moving forward and, you know, you are transitioning towards something greater. But it could have called for a restructure or some sort of like wake-up call in your industry. So if you've been noticing redundancies or closures of certain things in your industry, for example, I definitely see it may have been a bit of a wake-up call, and you may be like worried because some of you, I mean, economically, there's a lot of volatility going on there. And, you know, especially when it comes to like 401ks and pensions. And for some of you with the baggage card, it can indicate that you're thinking about retiring, or you know, perhaps some of you may decide to put retirement a little bit on hold for now. Or if you're retired actually and you've come to this reading, it could be that you're thinking about doing something creative, dipping back into the working environment on a temporary basis in order to create more wealth there. So please apply it to your situation. Not everybody's going to be doing that, of course. I want you to be aware that for the yearlies, I saw this dip in the market. Of course, there's more to come, but I want you to be aware it's like a roller coaster of volatility, but it will plateau. And actually, before I came to your reading, I read that my predictions are pretty much on point, because I saw that there is a small increase and there is a climbing back of funds, because of course pensions, 401ks are connected to the stock market and things like that. I mean, I'm not really financially savvy. I can't really give you advice. So, you know, always get the advice of an advisor there. But what I can see and do is read energy. So I would tell you that things will plateau to a more manageable energy. So with that Nine of Swords and your outcome energy, I see that there are brighter times ahead. I want you to be aware of that, okay? But also, if you are worried about your position, I actually feel that you're really established at what you do. And if you're deciding to start a new venture or a new role, you're actually not starting from scratch, you're starting from experience. And I feel sometimes the universe will send us a bit of a tower moment in our career or our industry in order to kind of like either reinvent yourself or find an alternative way that is much more prosperous. Like many years ago, I was in a very toxic environment and I stayed there because it paid good money and I needed the money to pay the bills and look after my family and all of those responsibilities. So it was something that I would never have done if Spirit hadn't given me a nudge. So for example, the universe kind of like one day gave me this nudge and I left that position. I mean, I even shocked myself. But if I could go back to my past me, I'd say do it. Do it beforehand, because it's so much better on the other side. So some of you could literally be worried about launching something, or you could be worried about something that has been challenging in your industry. But I see you're in a really good position to thrive and actually benefit from this circumstance is what I see there. I'm only mentioning anxiety and worry, which is not a typical state for a beautiful Arian out there, but Nine of Swords can indicate that, you know, you've been a little bit anxious about something, but I feel this is a call to possibility, to have faith rather than a call to fear. So some of you, I mean, if you know the Tower, two figures literally leap out of the Tower on the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot once a lightning bolt hits the top of the tower. Now, the lightning bolt represents a sudden epiphany, a realization, a bolt of electricity that goes through your body where you're like suddenly knowing what to do, okay? And it is an intuitive kind of hunch where you decide to make a decision. And a lot of you, you're not sure how it's going to work out, but actually I can see that it's going to be very successful for you. So some of you could be making a leap of faith into the unknown in some way, or you may be launching something or doing something bold and daring and different different. And it can be that, you know, you're submerging yourself in this in order to get really clear on what you want and then strategize to be able to move into this new period or chapter in your career. It's going to be very fruitful for you. With the Nine of Swords, I would say some of you also better quality sleep. So I feel some of you may have felt a little bit like stuck in a rut, going round and round in circles, and a little bit uninspired recently, and that can actually weigh on your mind because swords are very cerebral. You know, with the Tower there, sometimes I liken it to a prison. You know, you're comfortable there, but you're going round and round in circles. It's a repetitive cycle, it's routine, and you may feel that, you know, you want to move because we've got the suitcases there. So not everybody's going to be thinking about this, but it could be thoughts that are running around your mind at this moment in time. For some of you, it could be that you're trying to migrate your business, or you're really thinking about where you belong in terms of country or, you know, venture or, you know, even like state. It could be you are looking at where you feel like you belong. If you feel there's a breakdown of, you know, volatility when it comes to economic strategies in your country, it could be that you're thinking it's better business abroad or somewhere else. So a lot of you could be researching at this time. I mean, you do have the constellation card, and this indicates that some of you are wishing for something, but you're also aligning yourself with something. So I definitely see here that you're locked on and you are in alignment with prosperity, and you're going to see payoffs for whatever it is that you are, you know, sustaining at this time. It literally says here organization, arrangement, collection, exchanging data, influence. I definitely see you're going to have influence in your industry, but I'm also getting this energy for some of you. There may be some sort of like audit or spot check as well. And it could be something that you feel unprepared for, but actually I feel, you know, you're going to breeze it, it's fine. For some of you, it could also be like an on-the-spot test or some sort of like retraining that you're offered in your industry, and it may take you by surprise, but actually it's going to advance you to some sort of next level in your career or industry, and it benefits you, okay? So there could be some like surprise opportunity coming your way to upskill or take advantage of some extra education in a certain arena in your industry, and it will really help support your journey. Now, you may not want to stay in the position you're in, but you'll definitely take that knowledge with you and migrate it to the next stage. I actually see you stepping into a role that has a lot of influence, okay? So for some of you, this is a period of a small increase in finances. So if you work for a company, for example, there could be a small raise there in alignment with inflation, perhaps. For some of you, there could be like a bonus as well coming on in. I mean, if you're someone who works in a creative field, it could be, you know, some sort of commission that comes in where someone pays more than the art is on sale for example. It could also be that you get a tip from a client or a customer or some sort of gift, because I'm getting this energy of benefit coming in towards you. So please apply it to your situation. It's going to be different for all of you. Now, of course, with the Tower there and the Nine of Swords, it is the end of tax year for some. So it could be that you're in a rush to get all those finances, receipts, and statements, and kind of like spreadsheets and all of those things organized. I'm only saying that because I did see that wall art earlier. So perhaps this is something that you're locked onto right now, organizing all the compartments of something in order to get it finalized so that you can be on to the next. I see a lot of you actually getting a rebate for this period as well. Okay, so that's something that's coming through. Now, I do get this energy with the Five of Pentacles and the Empress in the resistance position. However, it will go into the upright. Some of you, there is an important meeting or an important letter. I'm actually seeing two, oh my gosh, I'm seeing two like cell phones there. Someone picking up two cell phones and having them to each of the ears. So either there's two important phone calls, or perhaps this symbolizes that you're like super busy, you're multitasking. There is a small percentage to forget about an important date that's coming through there. Now, I'm not saying this date is connected to your career. It could be like an important date. I mean, for some of you, because I'm reading partly for some of you, you know, your birthday season, it could be that you're so busy that you forget it's actually your birthday. So I hope not. Happy birthday to all those beautiful Aries who have yet to have your birthday. But I do see in the next 6 weeks, there is it feels like a moment where you could like miss something. Okay, and either it's because you're so busy, or it could be that you have like a crowded email box, or Perhaps you don't tend to check your hard copy mail. There's something that you have the potential to miss out on, and it could have some sort of deadline attached to it. Okay, I feel like you're going to be on target because I'm seeing a bow and arrow right now. You're going to make the deadline, but I would say check your hard copy mail and check your emails at this time, especially if you have an overwhelmed email box, for example. Check spam folders, all things like that. That's coming through, okay? Now, we do have the Five of Pentacles. What's really wonderful about this card is it's in the resistance position. So I see here that definitely new job vibes coming on in when you have it in this position. This could be a new, like, job where something is being offered to you, or if you're an entrepreneur, this could be like a new client or a new stream of income or a new line of inquiry for you to expand your reach when it comes to industry or business. For some of you, if you've been unwell recently, it could be that you're getting back to best and you are returning to work feeling full of vitality, and you got lots of ideas, and you're really going to make a name for yourself in the industry that you're in. But also with this Five of Pentacles, this can be like if your industry has had a lull, or, your working environment has been really challenging. There's been a lot of changes. Some of you with that Tower energy, there's been a merge and there's been some redundancies, or there's been some challenges there where there's some downsizing. I actually see that there's a recovery energy here. So you could hear of like new money coming into the company. If you're an entrepreneur, for example, this could also be you're getting new money coming into the company. Could be some sort of like merger or partnership there. If you're an independent worker, I feel for some of you, you could actually utilize your knowledge and either partner up with a person or some sort of partnership like a social media platform where you earn second streams of income, because I get an energy of you kind of like recovering finances, but also cerebrally, because you have that Nine of Swords and the Tower, the lightning bolt hitting the Tower, that's all connected to the ether, the climate, as it were. And I feel a lot of you may be looking at the job market and feeling the climate is a bit volatile. So you may be like having like a backup plan and utilizing the internet. When I say the climate, I mean like the nature of industry right now. I mean like the environment in which people are finding themselves, when it comes to industry and utilizing the internet, the ether, the, electronic connections, online stuff. I'm not really au fait with much of the kind of like technology these days, but you could be utilizing new apps or some sort of social media platform, or even some sort of like, technology, laptops, things like that, that can help your business. So some of you may be reinvesting in yourself at this time. And also some of you may be thinking about starting up your own business, okay? It could be creative in nature. This could be an idea that you've been sitting on for quite some time. I see a lot of you getting ready to launch it, and you're going to love the outcome because I definitely see that it brings in finances. I mean, you're going from a Five of Pentacles, okay, to a Page of Pentacles. So let's remove like the industries that you could be possibly working in. Let's talk more about your finances. Whoever you are or whatever you're doing, Five of Pentacles to a Page of Pentacles indicates you're on course to increase your wealth, downsize any sort of repayment plans and pay off debt, but also save a little bit for a rainy day. For some of you, you may be portioning off parts of your finances in order to keep them safe. I'm actually seeing the words keep safe, keep safe. It's all together actually. Keep safe is something that's valuable. So some of you could actually be putting your money into some sort of like valuable asset that retains its value during recessions and during economic volatility, for example. Again, I don't know anything about that, but I feel it's something coming through in your energy. So perhaps it's something that's locked onto your mind, okay? But a lot of you, you're working towards financial freedom. So it could be that you want to be more independent. Some of you maybe even nomadic, working on the go, being able to work anywhere in the world, checking in, especially since we've got a map there and we've got a suitcase. I mean, for some of you, this could literally be that you are working really hard because you're about to go on a vacation and you need to get everything in order. You could be training someone to do something that you do. I feel like you will not be satisfied with the job that is done when you come back. I feel some things may have been missed, but actually I feel you come back and save the day. But I feel a lot of you, this is about taking yourself to an environment, whether it's a country, company, or partnership, or some sort of deal where you feel valued, because we also have that Empress energy, which means you are not allowing anyone to undervalue your talents, okay, or your skill set. Now, the Empress energy indicates that you're erecting healthier boundaries in your working environment. I mean, what I do get here is some of you, and this is not all of you, of course, if you work for a company and your boss promised you a raise or a promotion, for example, I feel there is a new role coming on in, but it may not be the promotion you thought it would be, okay? Because the Empress energy is in the resistance position. Now, the Page of Pentacles is being offered at this time, so it could be that you're going to figurehead like a new department, or it could be that, you know, it's attached to some sort of new money-making idea or some sort of new branch. Some of you could be seconded to a different branch. The money will escalate over time, but I feel there's some parts missing of this promotion that you thought was in the bargain or the deal. Always get everything in writing. But what I do see here is that this person or whoever is in charge of kind of like processing all the promotions and raises and all of those things, this person's going to step down or step aside is what I see. And that opens the floodgates towards your promotion and the opportunities that you desire. So I feel someone is about to step down in your industry. Now, if you're like an independent worker, for example, I feel some of you, there may be a person who is like a leading like icon in your industry. This person may step down or may actually offer apprenticeships or some sort of shadowing work is what I'm seeing. So for example, if you are an artist, right? And I'm only saying that because I got the Basquiat energy earlier. If you're an artist, for example, or you do something creative, it could be someone who leads the industry that you work in. Doesn't have to be art, it can be anything. It can be that they suddenly open up apprenticeships, or they say, hey, would you like to come and work for my company or shadow me for the day, or, you know, lock on to some sort of course of learning, and you get an opportunity to make a bond with this person. I feel this person is famous, whoever this person is. So even if like you're an actor, musician, or even if you are in a financial world, it feels like a connection from a very high place that you're about to make. I feel like you are going to literally have friends in high places. So please apply it to your industry, but I feel like you get to meet someone, or you're put in the path of meeting someone. And actually what I see here is it feels very much like the person of reputation. I feel like they're famous or well known in the industry. I feel like they've lost something when you meet them, and they're like, oh gosh, it could be like a really kind of like vague conversation where they're like, oh, you know, I dropped my earring, I can't find it, or my contact lens, I can't find it, or it could be something really random that they can't find, or they just talk to you about losing something recently and you bond over this conversation. So random, but it's coming through. You could literally, you know, be put in an elevator with this person, or, you know, be at an event where they are there, but you get talking to this person, and this person, they really bond with you because you're not all about their star power. You're not there to use this person. I feel like you genuinely strike up a conversation with this person, and it's a really authentic conversation, and they're like, you know what? I like you. You know, here's my details. And I feel like they want to either remain in contact, or they reach out with an opportunity. And I feel they want to put you in the right places and meeting the right faces. So please apply it to your industry, but that's something I just feel like people in hierarchical positions are watching what you do right now, and they're really impressed, okay? For some of you, you could be the hierarchical person witnessing someone who is on the rise, and they remind you a lot of you when you were, you know, rising up through the ranks. And I feel like you may want to give this person an opportunity, and you won't regret it. This person's going to do really well, and it's like your protege, okay? So moving away from energy, the Empress indicates a highly productive time where you're very creative, inspired, birthing new ideas, but also you're doing something that is sustainable, that will bring wealth. It normally means that you've already planted seeds in your industry, things that you are giving a lot of focus to and paying a lot of attention to. I feel like you're very disciplined, and it's like you've made the effort to come a long way. You're someone who's already established, but there is a lot of success that is attached to this, and you are going to see harvest time. You're going to see the payoff of that. And I feel it's out of the blue, actually, but really interesting. We have double 3 there, okay? Pay close attention to your numerical synchronicities. I feel there is change afoot for you, and it is very, very positive. Now, also, I feel it's no accident that you've got the Empress energy, which is basically the mother type figure in a tarot deck, but also you've got the mother lode in a different deck. You know, I just definitely see here that there is some sort of jackpot opportunity or some sort of success that you achieved all by yourself because you're gifted and talented. This card tells me that you have many gifts and also one that you haven't even really tapped into yet that you may want to look into a little bit more. But in order to hone this, you may have to put yourself on a course of learning. You're naturally very gifted at this, but I feel that you may decide to upskill or maybe download a course that helps you expand your knowledge and your reach, or even you may train under this well-known person, for example, and you know it's an investment into upskilling in your career, but also reaching higher pay grades. But it literally says here, good fortune, having plenty, prosperity, jackpot, success, money maker, sudden wealth, the real deal on easy street, accomplishment, advantage, fortune, and the prime source. Now I would say that towers don't have to be negative. This can be like an opportunity out of the blue, something that you're like not expecting, something that you've only dreamt of, something that requires change. So it may feel a little bit daunting there, but I feel it's attached to a lot of success there. For some of you, it may mean traveling or changing something regarding your routine, because I feel there's a big shakeup going on in your industry or whatever it is that you do, but it puts you in a position to be recognized and appreciated for your skill set and actually, you know, to develop further and create more wealth. Now we do have the Hierophant. The Hierophant can indicate some sort of contract or maybe even some sort of institution, governing body, for example. So I would say if you're applying for something, it could be that, you know, you get recognition and it's a pass. You could be going for a test, for example, and you're given the thumbs up to move forward. Could get some sort of permit, or maybe you're applying for a visa or passport or something. I definitely see here that you're granted it. But also the Hierophant is to have faith. And it also means that, you know, there's some sort of divine intervention coming in for you as well to put you in a position of stability, to take control of your finances. Some of you may be looking at financial structures. This card can be connected to generational wealth, for example, wealth that is passed down from generation to generation there. So it could be that, you know, there is an opportunity for you to build a structure. You know, remember, a tower is a structure. I would say get good advice whenever you're creating structures like this, because you don't want to misstep, which could cause some sort of problem that you'll have to revisit there as well. But what I see with this card is this hand is literally reaching for more, reaching for something that felt so uncertain, but actually is a dream opportunity. And because there is a moon on this card, you know, moon energy can indicate the universe is orchestrating things behind the scenes. And when the moment is right, you know, an opportunity will be revealed to you. And the Five of Pentacles in this position literally means that that which you have not, you shall have. And the Empress energy is more abundance. Okay, so it can indicate some of you feel a little bit unfulfilled in your role right now, or you feel, you know, that you could have more, or you feel that, you know, you've hit a plateau in your industry and you want to level up. You may feel there are not enough resources or opportunities for you to do that and smash through that glass ceiling. But this position tells me that you will have that you will smash through that glass ceiling. And a lot of you may have been contemplating running your own business, because this is a boss, okay? So it can indicate that if you're contemplating being your own boss at this time, I would say you're sort of pooling your resources and investing in yourself and in your knowledge so that you can be the best at what you do, and therefore that sets you apart from other people. Now, the next card we have is the High Priestess. So knowledge is the key to your success, but also intuition, especially when it comes to your finances, safeguarding finances, protecting all the money that you've earned so far, just making sure that you keep an eye on certain financial institutions, just in case there is another wobble in the stock market, which I hate to say this, but there will be. But I will sort of tap into that a little bit later on. I haven't really gauged which sort of month or date there's going to be a lot of volatility, but I can tell you that July, perhaps October, November time as well, these are key dates where there may be some sort of like blip, shall we say. But the High Priestess energy is also about analysis, using inner wisdom and believing in yourself there. And I feel it's really important to recognize that there's literally like this castle there. Okay, and I feel this is you kind of like being able to secure your finances. Some of you may be going into real estate, for example, to put your resources there so that it holds its wealth. Or it could be that you're purchasing a home or being able to like move out of a certain place or relocate in your industry, or even like rent an apartment elsewhere, for example, for less money, but also better luxury, for example. I do apologize about the loud airplane and helicopter sounds recently. I'm not sure what's going on, but they're pretty low at the moment, and it seems to be increasing. But I did get a microphone that hopefully it will cancel out a lot of that sound, because it really sounds like they're literally landing on top of my roof sometimes. But anyway, let's move on from that. We have, the next card was the King of Cups that popped out there for you. So this is about you following your heart and loving what you do. But I do see a lot of you being offered some sort of like role, like promotion. It feels kind of like this energy where you're offered it, but it staircases over time. So it could be that, you know, there is a role with more responsibility coming on in, which of course is a promotion, but it may be a starting salary, or it may, you know, give you opportunities to rise through the ranks, and it's more about your sense of reputation, and it feels like only a small increase in finances. I want you to be aware there's more to come, but there may be some sort of stepping stone. That's what it feels like here, a stepping stone in some way. But the King of Cups, I mean, literally is a boss, and I feel like you have really great judgment at this time. I mean, when you get this card, it indicates that you throw your whole heart and soul into something, you give it your all, and I definitely see that that is going to help you thrive. I'm actually being given a song right now as well. I'm just going to tap into those lyrics. One moment, please. I don't really know the song, so I'll have to, I'll just give you what I can hear. Where am I going? I'm feeling wild. I feel a change rushing through my skin. I mean, your whole reading is giving change vibes right now, or restructure. So this could be as simple as restructuring your time or your schedule in some way, or the way that you work. Or it could be literally that you are giving your notice or taking up new opportunities at this time. But listen out for that song. I mean, unfortunately, I don't know that song, so I'm going to have to look it up. It's probably really famous and everyone's shouting at me right now, but I'm like, I don't know it. I'm so sorry. Yeah. But change is afoot. You can feel it. You feel more prosperity is coming in. Even though things are challenging right now, you know that there is change. But a lot of you with that tower, you are the beacon of change. So you are the catalyst right now, and you're making some sort of decision that will benefit you long term. Okay. Now we also have that Page of Pentacles. So that's what I mean. This is like a very high-ranking position, but the Page of Pentacles is like starting salary. For some of you, it could be like probation period where the money increases, okay? So it could be that I'm picking up on. Now, if you're an entrepreneur, because there is a map there, or even if you're an independent worker, an artist, or you work in the creative field, could be that there's a role coming up that sees you traveling or going overseas, or has some sort of international link. I definitely see that you're expanding in some way. I'm seeing a palm in the water, okay? And what am I seeing on that? My guides want me to look at that. An asterisk, a mark of an asterisk on the palm. You're marked for success. Oh gosh, am I? I'm just looking at my palm now. Okay, no, I'm just seeing a palm in the water. I can't really see. But they're showing me like an asterisk there. It looks like a bit of a star, but it's more like an asterisk is what I can see in the water. And I feel like some of you may identify an asterisk on your palm, and that highlights that you are destined for success. I'm being given this energy as well, that it doesn't have to be there. It was just that they were showing me there. It can be anywhere on your palm. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that there as well. But Page of Pentacles is new money. So, you know, this could be a new money making idea. Ultimately, it means that you're practical, you have a plan, you're sticking to your plan, you make a lot of effort, you're being realistic about your goals, and your hard work is going to pay off. This stamina, this dedication, you're totally in the flow, and you're determined to make a difference in your industry, and it will pay off. So pages bring news, and I really feel that there is some sort of news that sees that you are aligned with an opportunity, but also closer to being financially independent is what I see there as well. I mean, this card is in the resistance position and it is a star, and you have a star right there in that page of Pentacles as well. So I feel this is the money news that you wish to hear about. And the Nine of Cups, I mean, it speaks for itself. It means a wish fulfillment. You're going to feel really proud of yourself. Next 6 weeks, if you're launching some sort of money-making endeavor, it will start slow, but you're going to love it. And actually, it is going to really take off. The Nine of Cups indicates you're building a lifestyle that you aspire to, and you are going to get your wish. But also, I feel this is a very positive outcome for you. Dreams do come true, and I feel that you're going to be very content in all the effort that you've been making because you did this. It's like self-made is what I'm seeing there, okay? Now, I'm just going to go and get some final cards for you before I close your reading. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know? Can you please highlight to them what they are meant to be aware of at this time? Independent. So a lot of you are trying to be independently free financially, but also, of course, you may even set up an independent business. I definitely see that you're someone who is destined to be a boss, okay? So whatever that means in your industry, it could be that you're like taking an industry by storm, you're stepping into a spotlight, you know, you're doing what you feel other people can't do in your industry. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. One more card. What do my beautiful Aries need to know at this time? No, it has to pop out. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know at this time regarding their finances? Can you please show them the way? They obviously need to get the right card. Oh, there we go. So we got be a sport. Some of you may literally be working in a sporting industry or something connected to sports, but it could also be that, you know, you're being a team player in some way, or perhaps you feel that you've been an independent worker and it's really hard, but over the next coming weeks and months, you're going to meet people who are like-minded individuals or even people who can help you advance in some way, which I already mentioned there. But it says you're being asked to have more fun and focus on being a team player. You could be great at any sports career or, you know, in the field of health and fitness, improving your finances by considering working as a team or doing collaborations. A lot of you, this partnership or collaboration, it can be either with a person, definitely get a contract in place. I don't see anything negative, but it's always wise to do that. But also I would say it could be a spiritual one, because we have a spiritual card there, but I feel some of you could like partner up with like a social media platform or a brand or perhaps a company that you've always aspired to be with, because I see contracts coming on in for you as well, something you've been patiently waiting for. So it says here, you're being guided to discover your own unique spiritual path at this time. You may be called to become a spiritual advisor, healer, or anything in the occult. Okay, maybe you're combining these two in some way. Maybe you're like coaching people, for example. Perhaps you're giving people pep talks and, you know, life coach kind of energy there as well. But it says your finances could use some spell work. Ask your angels and guides for assistance. I mean, you have the Hierophant and the High Priestess there. I would say your guides are protecting you against any financial challenge, but also you are keeping an eye on your financial strategy as well. We've got patience. So you're diligently maintaining and sustaining whatever it is that you're working hard to accomplishing. But this is more about peace in the working environment. And it says divine timing is at hand. It will require you having faith while you're shown the way. I mean, that's what your reading was about. Sometimes readings are random and I'm like, I have no clue where this is going, but I have to give you the messages and the images and the sounds and everything I see and feel and read from the cards. And sometimes it makes no sense. And then in about 4 weeks' time, you're like, oh, that makes sense now. Or something comes on in that's related in some way. So we've got, you may feel tired and out of balance, and the universe is forcing you to rest or recover. Okay, so that Five of Pentacles can be to take a break, maybe with that baggage card as well. Money may be slow in coming in, or you're unsatisfied with your finances, but positive change is coming there for you, is what I see. So a lot of you could be sitting with self, really reflecting on your job situation or your finances. It also says here, say yes to the things you think you can't do. I feel that's definitely an Aries trait. If someone says you can't do it, you're like, watch me. And I feel you're the sort of person who goes out there and you make it happen. You know, this is about you establishing yourself. You know, it's not an accident that I am is representative of Aries energy. So I feel like you are someone who's established, you are someone who's a real contender in your industry, and you're going from strength to strength. And I actually feel like you are someone who is self-made in some way. And if not now, I definitely see in the future. Independent indicates you crave more independence in your working environment, whether you work for a company or for yourself and you're a sole trader at this time. Whatever it is, I definitely see here that you are meant to be a boss or a leader. It says, if you're not self-employed, it may be time to have an entrepreneur mindset, definitely coming in there. Consider investing and committing yourself to your own business. Your financial freedom will come from being able to stand alone. You can do it. Isn't it interesting? You've got be a sport and independent. Okay, so it can be that some of you working on your own, you may feel a little bit lonely and it's hard, but you will find your soul tribe. A lot of you may do some networking or some, industry events which will put you in connection with other people. And some of you, it could be that, if you work with other people, you may be like, it's time for me to take all my knowledge and migrate it to be a consultant or to run my own business and get my own clients at this time. Whatever it is, I feel like you're on a trajectory towards being very successful, creating new lines of income coming on in for you, and having great ideas that will set you up for the future. So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or rune. Interesting. So we have a theatrical sign here. Definitely see that you're removing drama from your finances and also from your industry, or you're trying to perhaps go into hermit mode to work on something in silence without distractions. But also, this can be the fluctuations of career and money and all of the things. Because if you see that mask there, that mask is pretty sad. And then there's a happy face. So it can be that, life, it's about ups and downs. And it's really about, staying power and basically being locked onto your goals. But I feel something that is hard and challenging actually pays off, and it is so rewarding. So I would definitely say here that perhaps you've been going through lots of different emotions, maybe making some major decisions, but this can be that you're literally turning pain to gain. And if you've had some sort of shock or setback in your industry, I feel like you're turning it around and you're making it work for you, because the negative energy, the protagonist energy, is dealing with the struggle. The outcome is the success. And I can see all of those successful cards for you, even the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, and the Mother Lode card. So I would say, things are going to work out in an unexpected way because the Tower is there, but it is a very fortunate way. And sometimes, blessings come in disguise of things that don't look like opportunities. So keep your eyes peeled, okay? So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates, my beautiful Aries. Thank you so much, and love and light.